Welcome back to the channel. Today we got exciting news. We've talked all about the Hemi, we've talked all about the Ram, we've been talking about Hemi since we're blue in the face. But guess what, guys? I've got one here in the flesh. The Freedom to Protest badge right here behind me. I'm actually touching it. We've seen pictures of it. So today we're gonna talk you through the all-new Ram 2026. This one's a bighorn, comes with a Hemi, 5.7 liter Hemi that we've all loved. But let's talk about it. Is the Hemi the right truck? Does it have the performance you need? Does it have the fuel economy you want? Are you just after it for the noise and to say you own a V8? I'm curious really what your thoughts are, but I want to really dive into what's changed with this Hemi truck. Let's get in. So I know this seems silly, but I wanted to point out this badge. I actually love it. Super cool. It does have some details to it. It's not just a flat, it's got some embossing, if you will. Very, very nice job. Well done. It's bold. It's different. I like it. It's something cool, and you're announcing that you are the owner of a new Ram with a Hemi motor. So with the Hemi, now standard is the sport exhaust. And listen, if you want a Hemi, it sounds good. If you're buying the truck with a Hemi, the reality is you want to hear it. Every truck comes with a sport tuned exhaust, but not every Ram can you get a Hemi in. We'll talk about that in a second. So you're likely not going to be able to see this, but it says right on here, 5.7 V8 Hemi, symbol of protest badge, 33-gallon tank, active noise control system, the GT exhaust, and a trailer brake controller. Well, the trailer brake controller is another line, but $2,800 for that package. That brings this bighorn to $63,065. So underneath the hood of this Ram, just as you would expect, we've got the 5.7 liter Hemi, V8 connected to the e-torque system, both tried and true systems that we've seen for a long time. The only real difference is this is connected to the GT Sport tuned exhaust. One last thing we should talk about before we close up the hood is this now comes with a 10-year, 100,000 mile warranty. Ram put their money where their mouth is. So let's take this for a ride and let's talk about why you can't get the V8 engine in every single Ram that they offer. We're not gonna go into much depth on the actual truck itself, guys. We've been through this model, we've been through a bighorn, we've been through the Laramies. I just wanna show it off. It's a beautiful truck. I think it's a ton of truck for the money. And I don't think anyone quite does the interior like Ram does. But again, check out our links to the other 2025 Ram that we test drove from an interior standpoint. We talk about room in the back seat. We talk about the bed. We've talked about the mirrors. We've got a lot of great content on the interior. This is more talking about bringing back the Hemi. Probably can't pick it up on the microphone, but a cold start Hemi, I don't care what you say, it sounds better than any V6, any inline six motor that's out there. Now, here's the interesting thing. The Hemi does not come standard or not available even on a Ram RHO. It also, at the time of videoing this, doesn't come available on a Ram Tungsten. Now the Tungsten, I'm not sure why it does not come available, but the RHO, I can tell you why it doesn't come available in a second. Let's take this for a quick drive. The interior of the Ram really hasn't changed since 2025. We've done videos on the Ram for 2025, and you'll see the interior, in my opinion, is still some of the best truck interior there is. The screen, everything about the interior I love. Now, the 2025 Ram that we did a, I believe it was a limited, I'll post a link here, and we took it out with the inline six Hurricane motor. But the one thing I didn't care for was the noise. It goes, it's certainly not a slouch. The sound, kind of alone, it's a 6-cylinder. And this has it. This has the noise. This has that Hemi, screams American muscle. But here's the funny part. The inline six has more horsepower, it has more torque, and it's more fuel efficient. And this costs more. Do you still buy the Hemi because it's a V8 and you have the freedom to pick the Hemi? know, I kind of think so. But here's the interesting part. So the Ram RHO, which in a lot of ways people said the Ram RHO was a replacement for the TRX. Obviously, I can understand why you'd say that. It literally looks like the TRX. It has the same body of the TRX. It's the same, everything as a TRX, but with an inline-six twin-turbo motor. So of course, everyone would assume it's a replacement for the TRX. But it's nowhere in the price range of a TRX. So it's a sport truck without the price tag. So to Stellantis's or Ram's defense, it's not a direct replacement to the TRX because it's not even in the same price range as the TRX. Now, having said that, it was quick. We drove one. I have a review of one on our channel here. So let's just talk horsepower for a quick second. The 6-cylinder standard output horsepower is 420 horsepower. The HO is 540 horsepower, and the Hemi is 395 horsepower. So the Ram RHO does not come available with the Hemi because it's designed to be this sport truck. So if they put a Hemi in the Ram RHO, it would actually be slower than it is with the 6-cylinder. Now I know that's what most people don't want to hear or don't think is actually true, that the 6-cylinder is going to produce more power and more torque than the Hemi, but that's the facts. So my question is, if you're going to buy this Ram, forget RHO at this point, if you're going to buy the everyday Ram truck, are you buying the Hemi because it sounds good and it's got a V8 and you can, or are you going to go with either the standard or the high output 6-cylinder twin turbo because it's got more horsepower, more torque, and better fuel economy? Listen, that's a tough call. I am a TRX driver and I don't know that I could give up that cold start or that noise. I can tell you right now, I wouldn't have ever traded a TRX for an RHO. But if you're just going to buy the standard 5.7 normal, I say normal, Ram truck, are you going for the 6-cylinder or are you going for the V8? This thing sounds awesome. I mean, you cannot compare the way this thing sounds to a 6-cylinder. So guys, thanks for watching. As always, like and subscribe. And please do me a favor, leave that comment below. I'm very curious as to your thoughts on a Ram with a 6-cylinder or the Ram with the new, I say the new, with the returned 5.7 liter V8. Sorry, I'm trying to line up this vehicle perfect. As always, huge thanks to Ray Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram for letting us take the vehicle out. This vehicle is available for sale. I imagine it will not last long. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.